Well, hi, here I am again. No, I am not going to change my shirt. This is a video, and it's not necessarily smellology. I think that's a new word. Yeah, I'm in the same shirt, but I'm trying to get a few of these done. I'm letting you watch the sunset behind me, so it's a new back porch approach. I want to read from Proverbs 13:3. Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips come to ruin. Okay, now those are some big words that we're going to do our definition and description. So we look at it. Who guards his mouth? Now you think of a guard. Now some of you are from the South. When the kids played hockey, they had to have mouth guard. And the mouth guard, they put in hot water and then pulled it out and then form-fitted it to their teeth. And it wasn't just to protect our investment of orthodontia. It was to save their teeth. So mouth guards are very important. It also does change how they talk when they go. And if you look at the, no, I don't have a mouth guard. I was trying to imitate it. So if you listen to the football guys, when they put their mouth guards in, it does change how they speak and how you hear them. So whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. So our definitions are something that you guard is a protection. And it's not just protection from your mouth. It says here your life. Now, teeth are expensive to replace. I guess you can always get dentures, but your life you can't replace. And it's not meaning that if you don't guard your mouth, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Okay, he who opens wide his lips comes to ruin. Okay, now this is not talking about the dentist where, open wide. When we were kids, Dr. Wilkowski was his name. And I don't know who told him he should be a dentist for children because he had the biggest, fattest fingers. And he'd shove them down our throat and then he'd say those words, open wider, please. And it's like, no, you need to get your smaller fingers because our little mouths can't open any wider. So opens wide. You think about that. Wide mouth mason jars, wide gaps in the road. Wide means everything that there is, there's nothing hiding now. It's wide open. The door's wide open. That means that the flies are all coming in. Not just one or not just two, but everybody in the neighborhood that is a fly then sends out this telepathic message. Hey, the Jorgensen's door's open, party time. And we have 100 million of them. I might be slightly exaggerating. So let's look at what it says. He who guards his mouth preserves his life. Now remember, I kind of stopped myself. It doesn't mean you're preserving your life. It doesn't mean you're going to die. But you have been in a situation where you said the wrong thing and you about got your neck chopped off. Figuratively, of course. Or you got the look. Or for us, it was wait till your father comes home. Or if we were misbehaving Sunday morning, we had to wait till Sunday night to get a whooping. I don't know why, but it made us be really good the rest of the day. So if you guard your mouth, the things that come out of it are guarded, are careful, takes a little more work to get out of you, you're not going to get in predicaments. So that kind of makes sense to us. He who opens wide his lips come to ruin. Engage brain before you put your tongue in gear. Put the brakes on the tongue before you have figured out in your mind what's a good idea to say. Because we all know that our lips, when we start talking, and some of us do it probably much better than others, stuff just rolls out. And I guess I'll be specific. When I get on a roll, you ain't stopping me. I'm going, and I'm right, and I'm loud if I'm not right, and then I'm wrong and very loud. And you don't stop a rolling train, what you do, but you're going to get hurt. And so what it says is something's going to ruin. Now, what does it mean by ruin? Well, you think of the ancient cities that were destroyed. You think of, we've been in a cleaning mode here because we're waiting for a baby to come and the baby's not coming. So I have to do something. So I've been cleaning sheds and we've been ruining things. Okay, we've been burning them. We've found stuff in there that was probably left from Grandpa, and Grandpa lived here from 1950 something on. He died last year, and we still had the stuff in case someday we might need it. It came to ruin. We destroyed it. So he who opens wide his mouth, there will be some kind of destruction. When you don't put filters and guards on what you're going to say, something's going to get hurt. So what isn't it it's saying? It isn't saying that if you guard your mouth and you don't ever open your mouth and say anything, everyone's going to think you're wonderful. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say who guards his mouth and doesn't give an opinion is going to preserve his life and nothing wrong or bad or anything's going to happen. It doesn't say that. It said who guards your mouth. Not that you're not going to say anything, not that you're going to be a silly Sally that sits in the corner and doesn't say anything, doesn't cause waves. It's if you need to cause a wave, you do it with wisdom and, like the verse before, knowledge, wisdom. And it's a benefit to people, not just like the rest of the verse says, he who gets on opens wide his mouth comes to ruin. It also doesn't say that if you talk a lot, you're going to get ruined. No, some of us talk a lot and we actually might say something once in a while. It's telling us that the chances of you guarding your words in your heart, because from the heart our words come, if we guard it and we value what we say, things will go better for us than if we just shoot at the hip with words and let the bullets, our words, fall where they may. So what does Jesus have to say about it? Well, in Luke 6:45, he says, the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good. And the evil person out of the evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. Now, last year my sister gave us a couple apple trees when Grandpa died. And somebody had suggested, why don't you just give a bush? Well, we kind of talked about it, and Bailey was here, and she goes, well, bush doesn't mean much, but Grandpa was apple trees. And he would, the apples would fall off the apple tree, and he would pick them up and throw them out in the cornfield or the bean field, and then our dog Pepper would run out and get them, bring them back. But that apple tree, the new apple trees, even the old apple trees that just produced ugly, wormy apples. But our new apple trees, they're apple trees for a reason. Now, I don't walk by them very often, but when I do, I don't hear them talking. I don't hear them thinking, I gotta produce an apple, I gotta make an apple, I gotta make an apple. They don't do that because they're an apple tree. That's what they are going to produce. I walk by my strawberry bed and my raspberry bushes. I don't see them going, I wonder if I'm going to make a strawberry today. I wonder if I'm going to make a raspberry. No, because that's what they produce. So a good person produces something out of the good treasure of his heart. An evil person out of the evil treasure. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. Now think about what you think about the most. Okay, that might be a little redundant, but think about what you do think about. Now, I was coming home from town today, and I started noticing the signs on Quick Trips and the mobile stations, and kind of right now everybody's thinking about gas prices. And of course, we're really thinking about babies because our good friends had their twins, and I've been down there loving on them. And Jim's out spraying in the tractor combine. That would be a new one. He's out spraying. That's what he's thinking about. So out of the abundance of our heart, what we think about, what's inside here, is what we're going to talk about. You would have talked to my grandma had she still been living. She'd have started telling you about her plants because that was what was in her heart, close to her heart. Oh, she also would have talked about how perfect her grandchildren were because that was what was in her heart. So what's in our heart is what's going to come out. If we have the chance and we take the opportunity to guard our mouth and preserve our life, good things will come out. But if we open wide our lips and just say whatever we want, whatever we think, whatever we feel, which don't ever say what you feel because it's probably not true, it's probably emotional, and that brings us to ruin. So a good person out of the good treasure's heart produces good. Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips come to ruin. Think about that this week.